Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at Spartan Buck from Wave 2 of the Mattel Halo 6-inch line of action figures. Now this guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. So here it is, pretty standard for what we've seen out of the Mattel line. Nice big window here on the front to see the action figure, and then it mentions the Build-A-Figure down here in the corner. Then on the side, there's a picture of the figure. And then there are two more on the back here, one with the armor and one without the armor. And then down here it's got the other figures that were released in this wave. As you can see, Buck here came with part number 4, which is the chest of the Grunt Build-A-Figure. Now I won't be showing that in this video, just like all of the other reviews I've done, because I'll be talking about the Grunt specifically in its own video. So anyway, let's get back to the figure itself here. Now Spartan Buck, without his helmet on, stands at 6 inches tall, so he's right in scale with all of your other Halo action figures, at least the Mattel ones. And he does come with quite a few accessories here. The first ones, the least exciting ones, couple weapons pegs here, like all of the other figures. Good to have, even though I don't really use them typically. His next one is the assault rifle, which looks nice here. A ton of detail on it. Nice paintwork and everything, so glad to add this. This is always one of my favorite weapons from the Halo universe, so I'm glad to have another version of it here. Then of course he comes with his helmet. Now this doesn't slip on over his head. As you can see, there's a peg, so you just pop his head off and then pop this one on, and I really like that. Typically, you know, when you get a figure like this, they try to do a helmet that goes over the head, and then you get a little bit of like Darth helmet syndrome, where the helmet is just enormous. So glad that they did an interchangeable head instead of you know, like a helmet. And then finally, he does have a knife here, which is pretty cool. Nice detail work on it. Probably the coolest part about it, though, is that it actually slips into the sheath on his shoulder here, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. They could have just molded that in, but they decided to make it a separate removable piece, which is pretty cool. Now, Spartan Buck here has pretty good articulation. We'll go ahead and run through it here. He's got a double ball peg here in the neck with a nice range of motion. And of course, it's the same when you've got the helmet on. He's got ball hinge shoulders that do swivel 360, a bicep swivel, oops, double jointed elbows, pretty much the standard 90 degrees, because of course that top joint doesn't work for whatever reason. It's got a double ball peg here in the torso, T-jointed hips with a nice range on them. I keep knocking all of his armor off. He's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and then of course he's got hinged ankles with ankle rockers. So overall, I absolutely love the design of this figure. If you look here, they've done an excellent job. Ooh, if it'll focus, they've done an excellent job, you know, painting this face. And there's a really subtle, like 5 o'clock shadow that's not kind of overhanded like some of the Star Wars Black Series figures that we've seen. So overall, really like the way this one looks. And this face sculpt is 100 times better than anything that McFarlane put out on their Halo figures. So really glad to add this one to the collection. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.